What's up YouTube? It is the Ville Outdoors here, and today is July 24th of 2019. It's about 5 o'clock right now, and I am here at the Pickering Creek. But before I get started on fishing what's in front of me, I'm going to start fishing on what's behind me. This is a little tributary of the Pickering Creek. Well, it's actually flowing into the Pickering Creek. I don't know where it comes from, but it's a little creek that flows into the Pickering, so we're going to fish this for a little bit. I got a size 24 hook on, and this thing is microscopic. Like, it's smaller than my fingertip, much smaller. You guys probably can't even see it on camera, but it's there. And I got my bait right here, which I just dug up. This is some Nightcrawlers. There's about 6 in there. They're not real big, but big enough to catch some fish. So we're gonna go explore this for a little bit and see what we can catch. And if that's not too productive, then we'll come back and fish the main creek here for some smallmouth and sunfish and panfish, whatever shows up. So I'm gonna work my way over there. Let's see if we can start catching some fish. All right, so I just dropped my bait down in this little hole, and there are either some very odd shaped sticks over here or there's some fish. Oh, there's a little fish. Let's see what we got here. Oh, no, 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 no. No, don't go. All right, so first catch of the day here. It is a bluegill, a very tiny bluegill, but that's what you expect when you're microfishing. So there's a little bluegill there. On the first drop down, I'm gonna release it over here. Let's see, there he goes, swimming off back to his hole. Let's see what else we can find out of here. There's one species for the day. All right guys, second species just showed up. I believe this is a microscopic pumpkinseed. It's got the red there on the percale flap, and it's also got the white there. So I believe this is a baby pumpkinseed, Lipomus scabosus. So I'm gonna quickly unhook this guy, and we are gonna get back to fishing. Alright guys, there's our baby. Oh, don't flop around. I need to get one of those photo tanks. So there's a little baby pumpkinseed right there. Gonna release her right where I released that other fish. And there she goes. Swim back happy. Alright guys, we are now crossing through a tunnel that is much lower than I would like it to be. I'm about 6 feet tall, and this, I got about maybe 3.5 feet of room here, maybe 4. Not ideal. All right, made it out from under the bridge. Now we're on the other side of the creek. Let's see if there's any micro species over here for us to catch. Still got a bit of worm on my hook, so that's good. I don't lose any. So right now our species count is at 2. We got bluegill and pumpkinseed. Looks like there's a nice hole up here. Maybe there'll be a creek chub or a shiner in there, who knows. Let's go check it out. Alright guys, just caught this. I believe this is a spot fin shiner. I'm gonna have to get confirmation on that from someone. It looks like it has white right there. I'm not sure what this is. It doesn't look like anything I caught before. Maybe it is. But I'm going to take a few shots of this guy. He'll stop flopping around, and we're going to see what we got. Alright, this one here, this I believe is a female common shiner. I'm pretty sure it's got the... Oh, uh-oh, he just fell. Or she just fell. Alright, let's get you back up. Come on. So this I believe here is a female common shiner. It's got the spots on it right here. Kind of the goldish look. Gonna take a few shots of this one and let her go. Alright guys, I just re-rigged our worm. Let's get back in there, see what else we can find, because this hole is loaded with fish. I can just see them everywhere. Alright, dropped our worm down. Let's see what's gonna come up next. You never know. Oh, there's another little fish. This looks like... not sure, it might just be a little common shiner. That's what I think it is. But let's get him unhooked here. Alright, the hook is out of our little common shiner here. There he is. Now let's send him back in the water. He's off swimming fine. Alright, just pulled up another fish. This looks like... this is a Cutlips Minnow, actually. See, it has the cut lip right there. See the little ridge in its lip? That's how you call it a Cutlips Minnow, or how you identify it as a Cutlips Minnow. I did not think there were Cutlips Minnow in the Pickering, but there it is. That's the Cutlips Minnow. Let's take a picture of this guy, then we'll let him go. Alright, just pulled up another fish. This looks like... this is a Cutlips Minnow, actually. See, it has the cut lip right there. See the little ridge in its lip? That's how you call it a Cutlips Minnow, or how you identify it as a Cutlips Minnow. I did not think there were Cutlips Minnow in the Pickering, but there it is. That's the Cutlips Minnow. Let's take a picture of this guy, then we'll let him go. Our Cutlips Minnow is back in the water. Let's see what else we can get. Nah, bad cast, bad cast. Let's try... get a little bit closer to those branches there. That should be good. Now let it simmer for a bit. And we'll see what else we got. I already have the Cutlips Minnow on my species list, so I'm not 100% excited about that. But it is a cool addition to our list today. It's not one that I thought we were going to get. I've only caught those in Valley Creek before today. And now we're at a tributary of the Pickering, and we just caught a Cutlips Minnow. So that's cool. And then we also got the, well, it might have been a Spottail Shiner. I'll get confirmation on that later. And we got common shiner. One thing we did not get is a creek chub yet, which is what I'm most surprised about. So we're at what? Bluegill, Pumpkinseed, common shiner, possible Spottail Shiner, and Cutlips Minnow. We're already at 5 species for today. If we go back and fish the main creek, we might get to like 7 or 8 species if we're already at 5 out of here. We're doing good. Alright guys, we just pulled up another little shiner. There we go. That's our little fish right there. Not sure what this one is. It might be a little female common shiner. So we'll take a few pictures, send it to some people, and see what we got here. But I believe this is just a little common shiner. It's got the gold there, a couple spots. So we'll see what we got. This is definitely not a common shiner. This is either a Spottail Shiner or something. This is white right here, and yeah, that's all I can see. But we're gonna take a few pictures of this guy and let him go. Might have to use him for bait because I don't know if this guy's gonna make it. Well, whatever that was I just caught, we should know what it is by the time this video is uploaded, so that is good. It could be a Spottail Shiner, it could be something that I haven't caught before, but I'm hoping it's a new species. If it's a new species, I'll be at number 45. If it's not, then I'm still at 44. But I'm going down to South Carolina in a week and a half, and I will be on the hunt for new species there too. They have some species I haven't caught before. So, and I'm probably going to bring the GoPro down too, so you might get to see some of that. Let's see what we got here. I think it's another one of the things we just caught. There it is right there. I believe that is the same thing we just caught. This one does not look like it has a spot on its tail, but there it is. We're gonna unhook this guy because he's being a little feisty, and we're gonna let him go. So there's our little fish right there. We're gonna head upstream more, seeing if we can find some more holes to catch some micro species. And then once I do that, we'll hit the main creek for a bit, see if we can pull a smallmouth out of there, or a rock bass, or even a redbreast, something to add to our species list today, because right now we got a good amount. Alright guys, we just found another hole, got ourselves a little common shiner. Let's get this guy unhooked and get him back in the water. Caught ourselves another Cutlips Minnow. That's number 2 for today. It's got the little ridge there on his lip. That's how you can tell. Gonna get this hook out of this guy's mouth and put him back in the water, and then we'll get on our way. There we go. Finally. Took us a while to find him, but we got our creek chub for the day. Not a bad size one either. Gonna take a quick picture of this guy and then we'll release him. Alright guys, I'm gonna slowly begin my venture back to the main creek, and we are gonna try and catch some bigger species now that we did some micro fishing for quite some time. And it was pretty productive micro fishing, to be honest. It was a lot better than I thought it was, and we might even have a new species on our hands. We'll find that out later. But yeah, very productive. We caught 6 species out of this tiny little creek. Caught bluegill, pumpkinseed. We caught common shiner, possibly a Spottail Shiner or something new that I don't have yet. We also caught the Cutlips Minnow, which is probably what I was most surprised about. And then we just caught the creek chub, and that makes the 6 right there. So we're gonna go back, fish the main creek for a little bit with this same rod. I'm just gonna put a little artificial lure on there since we can't use live bait in this section of the creek due to the trout stocking. So we're gonna make my way back to the main creek and we'll see what we can do. So we have just switched gears completely. We are back at the main creek. I got a little Leland lures trout slayer on in watermelon color, seeing if we can attract any smallmouth bass, maybe some rock bass or sunfish. And I only have 2-pound test on this rod, so it's going to be a challenge if we get something. I'm going to loosen my drag a bit in case we get something big. I doubt we'll get something that huge, since it is a pretty shallow creek. There's not a lot of space for fish to grow huge. But yeah, I'll be fishing with this a little bit, see what we can come up with. Alright guys, well, there's another species for today. This is a smallmouth bass caught on the little trout slayer here. See if I can get a hand on this guy. There we go. Not the biggest smallmouth you'll ever see, but the hook just came out. But there's our smallmouth bass right there. Gonna go ahead and take a picture of this guy, so we have photo evidence that we caught a smallmouth today. Okay. Well, it looks like we won't have photo evidence that we caught a smallmouth today, as it just slipped and escaped out of my hands. So no picture of the smallmouth today, but you guys saw it, so you know I caught 7 species today. So there you go. That's all I need. As long as you guys see it, I don't need a picture of it. Let's see if we can catch a sunfish now, so we can get to 8, particularly the redbreast sunfish, or a rock bass would be good, or even a green sunfish. I'll even take a green sunfish. Usually I don't like catching green sunfish, but we'll see. If we can catch one of those, I'll be happy, because I think 8 species ties my personal best for most species in one day. so let's see. All right guys, this is not our Redbreast Sunfish or rock bass, but it is another smallmouth, and this one we can actually take a picture of, since I did not get to take a picture of the last one. And this one's trying to slip away from me again. What is with these fish? No, you stay over here. All right, let's wash them off. All right, there he is. He got himself a bath. There's a little smallmouth bass right there. All right, let's get a picture of this guy and then we can release him. Oh, guys, we did it. We caught the Redbreast Sunfish, which gets us to 8 species on the day. Look at that, beautiful colors on that fish. Let's get a picture of this guy. Now let's send this beauty back. We did it. We did the impossible. We got 9 species. 9 species. This is a green sunfish. That makes number 9 for today. I've never been so happy to catch a green sunfish. All right, I'm gonna take a picture and release this guy. All right guys, there's our dinky little green sunfish there, but that is number 9 species wise for the day. Whew. That breaks my record of 8 species in one day. Now the question is, will the rock bass show up to give us 10? That I doubt, but nothing is impossible, so we'll see. I know we already caught one of these guys today, but that's a heck of a lot better green sunfish than the last one. He liked that little trout slayer. Good size one. Just poking it in that hole back there by that pipe, he came out and crushed it. Let's let him go. See if we can find that rock bass still. Here's a hybrid sunfish between a green sunfish and a bluegill. This one we can't add to the species list for today because it's not a pure species, but cool little fish. Alright guys, I think it's finally time to call it a day, but let me tell you, it was a good day of fishing. I know I didn't catch anything huge or anything massive, but today was really about seeing how many different species of fish we can catch and exploring new waters. And we caught 9 species of fish, which is more than I have ever caught in one day before. That is a new personal best for myself. If we would have caught that rock bass, it would have been 10, but we did good today. We ended up with 6 species just out of that tiny creek we started at, and now we caught 2 out of here. Well, actually no, we caught 3. We caught the smallmouth bass, we caught the redbreast sunfish, and we caught the green sunfish out of here. So we ended up with 9 on the day. Very good day of fishing. I was just using my 5-foot Kunnan Graphite Classic 96 rod. Then that's paired with the Shimano Zuraca 2500F. And I got 2 pounds test line on there. It's actually Trout S.O.S line made by Leland lures. And I started off throwing a little size 24 hook with a tiny piece of Nightcrawler on there, probably like less than ½ an inch of Nightcrawler on there. And I threw a little split shot about 4 inches above the hook, and I was just casting it into deep pools, and we caught some pretty cool stuff at that tiny creek. And then here I got the Leland Lures Trout Slayer on, and that was hammering some smallmouth bass and sunfish. I probably caught maybe 4 or 5 smallmouth and a couple redbreast sunfish and a couple good green sunfish too. So overall it was a good day of fishing, but now it's time to head back to the car and go home. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time on the Ville Outdoors.